Vanua Levu, formerly known as Sandalwood Island, is the second largest island of Fiji. Located 64 kilometers to the north of the touristy Viti Levu, the island has an area of 5,500 kilometers and a population of 130,000. The Dutch navigator Abel Tasman was the first known European to sight Vanua Levu in 1643. He was followed by Captain William Bligh in 1789 while escaping from the mutiny on the Bounty, in which his crew had forced him and those loyal to him off deck and cast them adrift in a lifeboat. The island's main population centers are the towns of Lambasa in the north and Savu Savu, located at the foot of the peninsula. Savu Savu is a popular center for cruisers owing to its diving and yachting facilities. The main industry on the island is sugarcane production, especially in the north. Copra is also an important crop.
That's the only bus thing that I saw. Why don't maybe I got there at 7. We finally made it.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing okay. It was a whole different bus that I came
in. How many coconuts is that?
10.
10? That's it? Wow.
And do you use the water that's inside?
No.
Wow. Yeah.
In Fiji, kava, also called grog or yangona, is drunk at all times of day in both public and private settings. The consumption of the drink is a form of welcome and figures in important socio-political events. Both genders drink kava, with women consuming the beverage more than men. It is an important aspect of visiting any village, and it is customary to present a gift of kava to present to the chief of the village. Women should always wear a sulu, or sarong, and dress modestly. Men should dress respectful as well. The eldest man enters the house first, followed by the rest of the men, and then the women. Everyone must sit down and remain seated during the ceremony. The chief, which is the eldest man in your group, presents the root to the village chief. The ceremony then begins as the villagers grind up the kava and strain it through a cloth bag into a large wooden bowl placed in the middle of the room. The village chief drinks the kava before it is offered to the rest of the room. After that, it is shared with everyone, where the men drink first and then the women follow.
Guys, feel free to walk around the village. Just look around. They'll open the church shortly after this. If you want to go in, just how they set it up. Okay? And then we'll meet here. Have some fun. Kava, music,
Okay.
and then dinner.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
Lula.
Lula. How are you? What's your name? Moise. What's your name? You've forgotten? Raka. What's your name? And yours? And yours? I'm Leslie.
I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you. What are you eating? Lollipop.
Those are little spit pea shooters, I
Oh,
think.
are they? Are you shooting? What is it? Do you go?
Do it.
Oh, they chew the
Ah,
paper,
bit of paper.
up. Oh, there you go. Is that why you're chasing her?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
it's pretty effective.
You're trying to shoot him.
Who's this wee
I'm
lad?
gonna go up here. Nice to meet you. Bye.
You're a big guy.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye. Oh my god.
Get out of the way, woman. Women, eh?
I feel we've taken pictures.
Yeah. Me too, but I just do it anyway. Just keep it filming.
Oh, this is the young guy. Say, hola.
What's your name? Ah! Where'd he go? Where is he? Where did he go? I gotcha. Ah! Ah! Run! Oh, okay. Don't be afraid of me. I think I just scared that dog. Wow, this is nice.
When receiving kava, clap once with a cupped hand, making a hollow sound. Drink in one gulp, clap 3 times, then say mote. You will be offered the option of high tide or low tide, which just means full cup or half cup.
Low tide. What is your choice?
Right side.
You're a high tide person.
What?
That full cup.
No, a little bit.
Kava is a very mild narcotic and is known to make people feel relaxed. Once you drink, you will probably feel tingling and numbness in your tongue. You are guaranteed to have a good night's sleep after a couple of high tides, and you will wake up feeling rested and energized. Fijian people are known to be of some of the happiest on the planet, and some think that the kava may have something to do with that. It was sold as a relaxant in the United States in pill form at one time, but they couldn't capture the exact formula of drinking it fresh from the root. It is an acquired taste, as it tastes like muddy water and is very bitter. Once the ceremony is over, you are considered part of the village and the festivities of song and dance can begin.
Yeah, I know what a spring tide is now.
A lovo is the traditional form of cooking in Fiji, where a feast is cooked in the earth. It is a very efficient way to cook large quantities of food at the same time and tastes similar to a barbecue, only a little more smoky. The first step in preparing a lovo is heating the rocks which will serve as the base for the lovo. The stones are placed in a hot fire and left to absorb the heat. When the rocks are sufficiently heated, they are pulled from the flames and placed in the bottom of a shallow pit. Chicken, fish, and pork are tightly wrapped in banana leaves before being placed in the lovo pit. On top goes various root crops, including taro root, cassava, and uvi. Once the pit is filled with food, the entire hole is filled with earth and left to cook for 2 to 3 hours. Unearthing the lovo is done with great celebration, and the succulent morsels which emerge are unwrapped and placed on large banana leaves to cool before the feasting begins.
Well, I can feel something is.
30 years, 40. 40 years.
Yeah. Kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? What? Oh yeah, yeah. I like it. It does kind of relax you. How you feeling there, Don? How you feeling?
It's a mild scent.
Yeah.
It's just really. I think it'd go really well with the joint.
It's an old hippie from way back. Do you high tide your joints too?
Depends on the
quality of it, and quality. Yeah, definitely.
We have coconut milk in it. And that's a chicken curry. That's a fried fish. And that's chicken. And that's our root crops, which instead of using our potato, we use our
Talo.
talo. It's a taro. And fish and pork. Red pork.
Red pork.
That's red pork. And this is a taro leaf. We call it wadi. Wadi, yeah.
The red pork, what does that have in it? The
What?
red pork?
Yeah.
What makes it red? What does that have in it?
We have a red pork color. We use
red
it.
pork color.
It's a powder, red pork powder. It's very spicy, and we put it there to make it color.
Nice.
With sauce.
And this is ketchup, and you can just have yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Será uma moça, será na minha